Greetings, District 16 Zonchans. My name is Bill O'Brien and I'm a trustee on the Sophie Elliott Foundation. My principal responsibility is the management of the educational awareness program Loves Me Not. Loves Me Not is a full-day program for Year 12 students and examines what is a healthy or equal relationship as opposed to an unhealthy, controlling one. This program has been developed jointly with the New Zealand Police, the Department of Social Development's It's Not OK campaign, and the Sophie Elliott Foundation. The following was filmed during the program trials held in 9 diverse schools throughout New Zealand.
So, emotional abuse and control is about making a person feel hurt or bad by constantly putting them down or making them feel stupid.
It was mostly psychologically abusive. He actually physically abused her twice just before he killed her.
Verbal abuse. This is when a boyfriend or a girlfriend puts their partner down, ignores them or calls them names.
You know, you should feel good. If you're going out with a guy, you're going out because you like him and he likes you. It shouldn't be name calling and abusive statements and those sorts of things.
For example, it could be slut, stupid, bitch, whore.
The crux of the whole thing is awareness, because I know that if Sophie had had a program like you're having today, some bells would have rung when she got into this relationship that she was in.
Do you truly believe that if Sophie had had these classes, she'd still be here today?
I do, 100%. I am absolutely positive. So why am I here? Well, I'm here because 5 years ago my daughter lost her life at the hands of an ex-partner.
Now, 5 years on, Leslie Elliott sits in at Waitaki Girls High as a Year 12 class. Sixth formers, to me and some of you, go about their lessons on love and relationships, what's healthy, what's unhealthy, how to spot a bad one at 50 paces.
You know, then you have your own opinions and own life.
Being violent and abusive, so like physical and verbal, no trust, controlling, jealous, disrespectful, putting you down, criticising you.
It's called the Loves Me Not program, a one-day tutorial with advice, discussion.
Being drunk or out of it cannot be used as an excuse.
And Angela's story.
Ange was a very bubbly little girl, very intelligent, very independent, loved hanging out with her friends. Oh, she's just beautiful.
Angela Barker is a young Australian woman who at the age of 16, the same age as these girls are now, was bashed by her on-again, off-again boyfriend and left for dead.
He kicked her in the head, he kicked her in the ear.
Leslie Elliott worried that it might be too horrific.
For about 5 months my eyes were open, but there was no one there.
Too tragic for these girls.
She's had to learn to talk and walk.
But then the stats are horrific too.
There's 14 women die a year at the hands of a partner or ex-partner. Sophie's been dead 5 years, so that's actually 70 women have died at the hands of a partner or ex-partner.
And that's right. It's very sad.
Inspector Bridget Nimmo is manager of family violence.
Scenario, but there is a lot of violence, a lot of psychological violence that's happening right across the spectrum, and a large number of that, or a large amount of that, is not reported.
How large a number? Well, police estimate 80% of family or partner violence goes unreported to police. That's why one of the key messages here is for friends and family to intervene.
But he hurt her so much in the way that he yelled at her and made her embarrassed and would, you know, hurt her.
Everything just had to revolve around him.
What I do like about it is the friends that were interviewed in that, and the things that they said was so much what Sophie's friends said. You know, they used to say, just, you know, ditch him, get out sort of thing.
So why didn't Sophie Elliott ditch Clayton Weatherston earlier? Why did she persevere? Questions which eat away at her mum still.
Many times she would say to me, he's doing my head in, Mum, and I'd say, well, it's doing mine in too, because I couldn't understand where he was coming from. I wished he'd hit her earlier on, because I think physical abuse is easy enough to detect, black eyes and broken arms and things like that, but the psychological stuff is not so easy.
Prior to meeting with their daughters, Leslie met with some of their parents to discuss the course content.
And I've had this from North Cape to Bluff. Basically, they say the same things. They say we have sex education up to here, but we don't know how to get on with boys.
She's presented this message and Sophie's story over 100 times.
Anybody else want to ask me, like to ask me any questions?
While girls may keep their silence now, Leslie says many do go on to make contact via Facebook or email. And as hard as it is to keep talking about it, Leslie Elliott must find it harder still to once again be in the company of bright, bubbly young women. A constant reminder of what she's lost, but also what she is endeavouring to protect.
An evaluation of the program concluded that Loves Me Not is, from a student perspective, remarkably successful. The police executive has unanimously endorsed Loves Me Not as an integral part of their Prevention First strategy, so the future of the program is assured. Our foundation has undertaken to provide quality resources for Loves Me Not. I co-wrote Sophie's legacy with Leslie. Our publisher, Random House, has agreed to publish a booklet, the subject of this Zonta application. The booklet examines the signs Sophie missed in the relationship she had with the man who killed her. Woven into the story will be practical advice on how to identify when things are going wrong, who you can turn to, and what can be done to get out of a bad relationship safely. The booklet will be an enduring reference point for young people. Where a brochure might be easily lost, the booklet we are writing can be placed on a bookshelf. If, in 2, 3 or 4 years' time, a young woman gets into a relationship that begins spiralling out of control, she can refer to the booklet and confirm whether and what action needs to be taken. Our aim is to give a copy of this booklet free of charge to every student doing Loves Me Not. Securing the District 16 biennial project for 2014 would allow us to make this happen. We recognise there has to be a benefit for Zonta. We can provide a page in the book promoting the ideals of Zonta that can raise your profile and become a recruitment tool. On a practical side, members of local Zonta clubs could attend Loves Me Not delivery days and personally hand students a copy of the booklet. This again raises your profile. Loves Me Not is the only nationwide program that looks at relationships in the 16 to 18 year age group. I commend it to you. To finish this presentation, let me introduce you to our Foundation's founder and chair and proud mother of Sophie.
Thank you, Bill. Loves Me Not in the booklet I am writing with Bill is dear to my heart. Family violence levels in New Zealand are disgraceful. Since Sophie died, another 70 women have been murdered at the hands of a partner or ex-partner. I find that hard to get my head around. Police statistics show they take a family violence call every 7 minutes, 24/7, yet they estimate they are only capturing about 18 to 20% of what is actually happening. I firmly believe that had Sophie had a program like Loves Me Not when she was at college, or a booklet like the one we are asking you to fund, she might well be with us today. I have spoken to schools and groups all over New Zealand. Many presentations have been organised by Zonta clubs. I have the utmost admiration for you. Your aims of empowering women and inspiring futures match our vision of violence prevention through education, awareness and empowerment of women. I would feel blessed if the 2014-2016 Zonta District 16 project was to help us provide this booklet to students undertaking Loves Me Not. Together we can make a difference. Together we can make New Zealand a safer place. Thank you.